Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Educational Gamer and we are playing Strategic Command World at War. Last time we did deal with the Soviets, so it is time to hand it over to the Western Allies and the theatres of war. So in our landings in Norway, the theatre in North Africa, and of course the Far East. So let's start out with Norway. We did land our special forces over here in Trondheim and worked our way down now to Oslo. Even our paratroopers are back in supply, so I'm extremely happy about that. Let's start out with our attack on Oslo. So I think it makes sense to start out with these tactical bombers. Let's see, I think it should reduce the entrenchment even of these Germans. But it didn't do that quite, so yeah, a little bit unsure why that is, but I do think that our carriers should be set to naval tactical, so that's fine. Let's move them up. Let's start bombing these Germans further, because that is extremely important, just to reduce their readiness and all of that. So second carrier should also be courageous. Start to do some strikes over here, hoping to deal some damage at some point, not to us though, but yeah, there we go. Still their morale and readiness has reduced somewhat, so that's nice to see. The paratroopers wouldn't do any damage. The army would. That might later allow the paratroopers to do some damage. So let's start out over here. 1 damage against them, no damage against us. The supply situation over here might be pretty bad actually, so don't really want to get over there, but there's no other good place to be. Well, let's withdraw the headquarter we can. Move out the army, let's bring in the special forces. Attack over there, very good attack actually. And then maybe the paratroopers can do something. Nope, just suffer yourself. So yeah, not all that impressive over here. Then again, it is winter and it is very difficult to conduct these type of strikes in winter, so well, I guess that's fine. Good. Other than that, there's not that much more that we do need to do, I think, in the North Sea. Oh, we should potentially attack these coastal guns. So yeah, let's conduct a strike with these battleships over here. Not really doing any damage against these guys though, so kind of curious whether it does make sense to even strike over there. We do have our American fighters though, and I do think it might make sense to simply conduct some air raids into occupied France to get a bit more of an idea of what's going on over here, and potentially intercept some Germans. And I do think we'll be superior. Oh, well, it was a fair trade, which I think is good enough, because as the US, I think fair trades are very fine indeed. We are trying to take some pressure off the Germans, so very happy about that. We might see what's going on over here. So we have an attack of about 2. They might have 1 more. And mostly I'm curious to see what's going to happen, so let's try this. We're losing 1. They're losing nothing, so yeah, that wasn't too helpful. The Canadian headquarter can move downwards, and you guys sort of just... we'll sort you out in between episodes at some point, so we can get our invasion force ready. I'm guessing the French forces should potentially... briefly check over here. Ooh. Can indeed attack these guys. They're dangerously close to the sea, aren't they? Brest itself, also some coastal forts. Yeah, Chabot actually might be the place to go. First of all, we're gonna unload these divisions over here, though. Calm. Whoa. Oh well, you're a little bit exposed now. That should be fine, though. Let's conduct some naval strikes. Not the end of the world, though. Okay, so we got some garrisons, we got these naval bombers. All of our fleets over here do have decent supply, so I'm happy about that. No need to do anything else then over here. And I do think the Germans only have 1 fleet, which we do know is in the Mediterranean, so there's no real need to move any of these destroyers about or anything like that. We could land another troop over here and just advance to the north. Wouldn't be critical, I think, so that's gonna be fine. Over here you can also land up on the coast over here. Frenchies to disembark over there, and that is fine. Good. So that does about settle it for the UK up here in the north. Not that much to do really. I thought we had more fighters, but I think that's fine. Okay, so let's turn over towards the African theatre. So first off, in Libya over here, I think what we're going to do is simply attack. Yeah, let's just go about that. Okay, you're getting your own defensive artillery? That's curious. Okay, let's move up the special forces, do more attacks. That's alright. These guys are fine. I think the tanks should be able to do some damage. Yeah, but that's about it. Okay, the carriers can fight. Our tactical bombers don't quite get over there, so that's a little bit unfortunate. These guys are Indian troops. We have our normal headquarters. We're probably bringing that up a little bit. And yeah, you should be reinforced. Just 2 points. Yeah, okay, maybe we're gonna ship you out very soon. And the battleship. Well, let's strike the headquarter. Not sure it's that important. We also got another carrier over here. But I think that's fine. Yeah, okay, so this headquarter is moving up. This tactical bomber... Oh yeah, let's do some damage over here. Nah. Much worse though than expected. Okay, yeah, we are, on general, we are advancing though, so I'm pretty happy about that result. And that should be fine. And again, there's no point really doing this with these carriers, so yeah, that's gonna be alright. Okay, so Tunisia over here. We landed our American forces over there, so I actually think it makes sense to declare war now. Just get this area, and that should enable us to conduct a strike into Italy very soon. So diplomacy over here, declare war. No, not Afghanistan. On Tunisia, declare war. Yes. So calculating. I'm guessing that the Italians will be somewhat unhappy about this. So this is a little bit unfortunate. We can't quite reach into Tunis itself. So that's alright. You could be upgraded. What could you be upgraded to? Well, I'm guessing it's mostly gonna be... Yeah, the supply situation really up here is really not that great. Tactical bombers, you can't reach there either. So yeah, let's bring up the tanks. I think that all in all should about do it. And then we can bring in these special forces. Can you be upgraded? No, you can't. Yeah, supply situation. Right, tactical bombers, no. Sorry, these are tactical bombers, those were medium bombers. Let's advance you a little bit. Yes, supply is really an issue down here. Who would have thought? Okay, that's fine though. I think sooner or later our supply situation will strengthen a little bit over here. We still got a lot of transport ships kicking around. Where are you? Okay, Mexican troops, you're fine where you are. Could launch some attacks on this area. Doesn't seem to be too worthwhile though. Let's try to find the German submarine. There it is. Somewhat unsurprisingly still in Rome. Could bring up our carriers, but I think the weather over here is so bad that there's no point really doing this, so yeah, I think that's gonna be alright. Let's bring in up a second destroyer over here so that we can guard against any incursion from the axis over there, and that should, I think, be fine. These special forces, oh, you can be upgraded. No, you can't. Okay, the other guys are transports, so there's no need to rush you anywhere. So the first Marines over here. Well, let's get you over here a little bit more quickly. I think that's gonna be alright. and you will stay where you are, so that's fine. And yeah, then we do have on the American side, we do have these aircraft carriers that we can bring up towards the Mediterranean. That should be decent. These special forces can be upgraded, just with anti-aircraft defenses, so I don't think that's that worthwhile. Let's put them on a long-range transport and move you out now. These medium bombers, I think the missing upgrade is only going to be a naval bombardment thing, so that's not necessarily required. We are going to spend money to operate you down to Africa, and then next time you'll be able to deal some damage on the Tunisians, so that should be fine, I think. Right, everything else in North Africa, I think we got that covered. We have some Indians preparing over here, I think, so I might have moved them in between episodes simply to make it a little bit faster. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's alright. Good. Alright, so let's deal with the Southeast Asian theater. I want to start with Suma over here, so let's see what can be done. Surprisingly enough, not that much. Start out with artillery over here. You certainly need to be reinforced. Over here, this starting to look a little bit better. Ooh, very nice. That's a very good result. Yeah, let's try to diminish you a little bit. Nice, very good, very good. Ah! Can we do anything about this? You need to be reinforced. Can we do anything about this? Well, we got... Okay, let's take the naval bombers to bombard these special forces. And they are shattered, and that is extremely good. Very nice result over there. So these South Africans can free up the entire troops. Gonna bring down this battleship down here. Gonna strike on the headquarter. Gonna do further attacks on the headquarter. And that's fine. We got more Australians coming in to this front, the headquarter over here, so that should help us out a little bit. Good. Very happy about the operations over here, all in all. So yeah, happy about this. Very happy about this actually. So yeah. This situation up here is a little bit more complex though. So we've got all of these Chinese, we've got some Indians advancing on Bangkok and some other places up here. Let's conduct a tactical bomb strike on these guys down there. How about these medium bombers? Well, you can clear up Bangkok. We should also check down here on the... Yeah, so I'd like to check out Kuching. Oh, I didn't mean to move you up here actually. Oh well. That's a little bit unfortunate. What's your range actually? Oh well. Okay, let's simply do what's best. Shatter these special forces, very nice. Good national morale boost as well. And move you down here, so you should be able to principally attack these tactical bombers or whatever that is down there very neatly. Good, that does sort of leave the question of what we want to do with Bangkok. So firstly, let's try to kill these special forces. Ooh, very nice result. We do have more tactical bombers as well. Medium bombers, so that should reduce their morale and defensive values. Nice, another shattering. So yeah, we can have these Indians move into Bangkok. That should free up that capital. These Chinese can then go ahead and shatter these Japanese troops up there and sort of close in on the border, and that should be very lovely. Good. So yeah, actually these Chinese troops from different parts of the border are now meeting up, so I'm very happy about that. Let's have a good relation down here. So yeah, all in all, this seems to be doing pretty well. We've got this British Army of India. Can you be transported? You can be amphibiously transported. Not necessarily what I want you to do. We've got also these Malayan corps. Can you be... You could be amphibiously transported. So, you know what? Let's do that. Gonna spend some money to do that. And then you might be able to attack Kuching very soon. And of course we don't want to leave Singapore unguarded. So I think this set of maneuvers down here is very decent. And should be fine. Let's blockade this port so that these tactical bombers or naval flotillas will get a little bit less supply. And also move in these tactical bombers or medium bombers from India towards over there. And some of these can be withdrawn as well. And these special forces, yeah, amphibiously transported. I would rather transport you normally. Alright. Okay, that does about settle it for this theatre though. You should potentially get more closely towards this area up here. You can actually spy a little. Yeah, so we do know about some tactical bombers over there. Well, that's fine. Also, these special forces shouldn't be too much of a threat. Down here, you are pretty much established. Certainly need to reinforce these fighters. But once we've done that, I think we're all in all pretty fine down here. So yeah, all of that is good. That does leave the situation up here. We have these submarines. How many ships does Japan have? Submarines and I think a battleship up here. So let's try to deal with these submarines. Should have some carriers. Okay, let's try to do some strikes down here. Doing some damage. Not sure how much strength points they do have. Yeah, there we go. So that was one of the remaining Japanese ships. The other again was a battleship, and that was around here somewhere. It's not in the harbor. There we go. Okay, there it is. It's very experienced. The Masashi. Okay. Our Maryland battleship is very much damaged. Our Massachusetts is doing a little bit better. We've got these carriers up here who primarily need to be reinforced. Let's make sure your air group is all up to the task. Then what other forces do we have? Well, we've got the Lexington. Let's make sure that you're set to mode Naval Tactical. Because I'm not very afraid of their aircraft. Since they don't have any carriers anymore. But I am very afraid of the battleship itself. There we go. That was a very good result. 4 against 1. Let's do another strike. Very good. So that was the last capital ship of them. So that's actually very good. Our battleship needs to withdraw. Since we can't quite make it back to Pearl Harbor, I think we're gonna go to this area over here. Can you be long-range amphibious transported? Yes, you can. So that's nice. So we will bring you over very soon. These guys down here need to come to the Gilbert Islands, and let's make sure to bomb this or shoot at this fighter or bomber and medium bombers. Ooh, very good result. Over there. And you can attack that. I would ideally like you to land over there. Okay, so maybe we should not have withdrawn the battleship quite at that time. Good. Over here on Guadalcanal, there are these American. So the area over here is temperate, so there's nothing stopping us from bringing in these British carriers and conducting some airstrikes on the special forces who are situated over here. So yeah, that looks pretty good to me. So I think very soon we might be able to see the fall of Guadalcanal to our forces. And there we go. So yeah, let's have the Australians take it, and that should be pretty fine. You are fine then. This battleship, we will send that over towards the Gilbert Islands so we can free up the forces over there. Everyone over here should be fine. The submarines we'll send over towards to scout ahead and really to advance on our troops elsewhere. The Colorado I'll send up to these Marines so that they have some escorts over there. And the Idaho, you really need to get back to base. I think you were shot up pretty badly in an engagement with aircraft. So yeah, there we go. And that does more or less settle it on this part of the front. We have some battleships over here. And we have these this Australian Corps. Is the supply really that bad? Shouldn't it be higher? 5-3. What's it gonna be over here? It's a maximum of 0, really? Okay, let's at least try. Ooh, okay, that's a lot of forces. But that does also mean we can come around over here and bombard the headquarter unit. Even if not very successfully. Submarine can blockade Rabaul. You should actually maybe blockade this harbor, so that the Japanese are also missing out some of the supply that they'd otherwise be getting. Okay, this battleship, yeah, let's bring it up over here as well. Conduct some strikes on the headquarter unit, and that should be nice. These battle cruisers we'll also send up towards the Java Islands, and this battleship, I'm guessing we could scout out the Philippine Islands. Let's check over here. Doesn't seem to be guarded. That's interesting. So yeah, we could hop on these islands and that'd be fine. Heavy cruisers can conduct some notional strikes over there. Most importantly, you are blockading the port though, so that is good to see. These light cruisers, can you reinforce please? You can, at least to some degree. And these American forces we can put up somewhere. So remove these guys from the area over there, and that should be fine though. So yeah, this army upgraded with better infantry weapons, better AA defenses. That's alright. And then next time we'll be able to ship it out, potentially getting it towards over here, but we'll have to see. It's interesting to see that they haven't secured this port, but yeah, that might be to see. Good. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it for the for East Asia as well. So that more or less settles it. Ooh, what are these Brazilian units? Just garrisons. Yeah. Other than that, well, these blimps, these transports, some troops over here. Yeah, these are just guarding against the French. Sorry, on the French coast. So nothing too serious. Lots of transports readying on North Africa without us landing them really. So what the UK might actually do is take these units from Cyprus. It's not that expensive. Also transport the AA from Malta and transport that very far up towards the UK itself, and then what we can do is just place a garrison unit into Malta itself, and that should be fine. Yeah, I think I'll like that. Over here we should also be good, I think. So yeah, all in all, let's just make sure that we're not forgetting about anyone. Oh, I think we are forgetting about this light cruiser down here. That's fine, that's fine. The Kiwis down here. What's this unit? Just a garrison. Not that critical, I suppose. Yes, some naval bombers. I don't think they're required. I mean, the Japanese Navy is officially dead, so that also means that very soon we'll be able to conduct strikes with our aircraft onto the Chinese, onto, what's it called? God damn it, Taiwan. Good. Okay, other than that, let's place our new units. I think that should be some American units, and indeed they are. Of course, going to place them on the East Coast, some artillery, some engineers. Oh. No, you are still close to a harbour, so that should be okay. Good. Yeah, some R&D then. So on the American side, we did finish quite a bit of technology, so I think these were the advanced tanks. And let's spend a little bit more on that because we want to have the best tanks around. We did finish another level of amphibious warfare. I actually think it's not that important, but we could increase that. Also, long-range aircraft is a priority for us, and that doesn't really leave us with any more to spend. So yeah, amphibious warfare just has to develop on its own, but we are at a 4 out of 5, so I think that's not too bad. And anti-submarine warfare is not actually something that we are very eager to get. So yeah, all in all, I think this is a very fine research setup for the US, and for the Brits, advanced fighters. We might want to get another level over there. Ground attack weapons, anti-submarine warfare, nothing crucial except maybe industrial technology, which is always nice in the long term. But so is amphibious warfare. Would be very nice to get to level 3 before we land in France. On the other hand, all of these items are very important as well. So I'm kind of thinking that we should take command and control. Or amphibious warfare. Very difficult choice. Armored warfare. So that the morale increases substantially, actually. Interesting trade-off. So I'm thinking armored warfare is the one that we are furthest behind. So that should probably be our priority to reinforce. Yeah. No. You know what? Let's instead purchase some new units as the UK. I'm feeling a little bit reluctant whether the situation in Europe is going to be a tenant whether we'll be able to do enough over there. And we might actually want to use some engineers to fortify some defenses in case we don't get our way very soon. So yeah, let's build up some engineers and that should be fine. So pretty much no more points left except for the US, and that does of course mean the US should buy more units as always. Could buy some Brazilian units even, and I think actually some more fighters might be very useful, so that we can make sure that we are maintaining our air superiority over Europe. There are no fighter units left that I should move anywhere else. Well, these guys, maybe. But for now, I think there's only one fighter group, or well, two actually in South Africa, so North Africa. But yeah, that would allow us to put more pressure on them, and I think that's a very, very good outcome. You can actually withdraw. Good. So I'm expecting that Vichy France will join the Axis very soon, but that's simply going to give us more landing opportunities. So pretty happy about that actually. So yeah, all in all, pretty good outcome over here. Could push further if I mean, if it was up to me, a further push down here wouldn't be too bad. But it's not quite crucial. Nothing that we can upgrade, I think, due to this supply situation mainly. So yeah, that's fine. We also have a garrison unit down here. Do we want to maybe get a garrison unit into Europe? Just to maybe guard some of our harbors and prevent some funny paradrops or anything. You could be upgraded firstly, maybe to better infantry weapons. Although that's something that you can typically do later on as well. So yeah, okay, let's put you on a transport. It's not too expensive. And try to bring you towards Europe. And that's fine. Good. Likewise, this Mexican garrison should at least get into the port from where it could be operated. Excellent. So, that being said, I think this is a good place to put in a cutter. So next time we'll see what the Axis is going to do against our forces. Probably going to continue the fight even in January or early February. And then we can see how our fight develops. Especially, I'm interested to see whether we are at some point going to get a hold of Oslo, which would be extremely good for us. Or whether that's going to be a little bit of a pipe dream. But I'm very positive about that. Probably gonna take on Libya, and then 1943 might be the time where we invade Italy, and it would be great. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.